Hey, what's up guys? Another episode of Eagle Nation. Just wanted to cover a topic here on masking. You guys have definitely sent in some complaints on the masking on our wet install graphics, of it being a little too aggressive. We are listening and we are working on changing that. We are going to start moving those kits over to the blue mask, which all of you so far have loved with the Camaro kits, so forth. So we're working on making that change. I have a video that shows a clip of our different masking. I want you guys to just look at it, understand what the difference is in the maskings between the wet install, the blue mask, and Supreme Wrap, so you guys can kind of know what you're working with. If you got any questions, always feel free to give us a call. Other than that, keep selling. All right, now we're going to go over the different styles of masking per material. Okay, we have some kits that will have a blue mask. We have some kits that will have a clear mask. Blue mask is one of those that has thrown off a lot of people, a lot of installers. It's a great mask. Yes, the appearance of it looks really weird. It looks different. It looks like it might show through. Also, the other thing is you'll notice that the color change that it has on the actual kit itself. Customer will order red and say, well, I got a black kit. Well, believe it or not, this is a red kit. When taking this blue mask off, see if I can show you here, you'll see that this is a red kit. Okay, which looks almost identical to the black kit. So whatever is on the core of your either the tube or the box will specify what color it is. So do not be concerned when you open it up and your kit looks different color. This one's a silver, but it almost has a greenish tint to it. So please always make sure you're looking at the tube and do not be so concerned on the color change. Going back to the effect, I'm going to install one of these very shortly and show you that this pattern does not show through onto the kit. Okay. Now, looking at the other mask, this you will see on a lot of our other kits is a clear mask. So yes, there is actually a masking on this. This is a silver metallic. This is a matte black. The effects of some of these little bubbles and pits, things like this, will not show through onto the material. It's just built in the character of the masking. This stripe would be just fine to install. Okay. The only time you're going to have any issues, once again, is if there's a very hard crease line through it. That becomes a problem as far as when installing. We'll move on to the install. Alright, I want to show you guys the different styles of material. Okay, this is a simple way to know if it's a dry install or a wet install. Okay, I have two different vinyls here. They look very close. They look almost the same here, but the characteristic of moving the vinyl, okay, let's see if I can get this in close here to show you. This is a Supreme Wrap vinyl. It has little tiny honeycomb shapes in it that allows the air to escape. So you do not install this wet. As once again, you do not install this wet. What happens is if you install it wet, all these little honeycomb shapes will trap that moisture inside. Anyone that says to do a Supreme Wrap kit wet does not know what they are talking about. This is one of those products. It's just safer and easier to install it the way it needs to be. Follow your instructions that are in the kit. The nice part with this material is it's a wrap material. So if you're getting a little bit of a crease or a lightning bolt in it, you can pill it up. You can use your heat, get the wrinkle out. Okay, it makes for a nice smooth install. Now, this is not a Supreme Wrap kit. This is a 3M material. Okay. And all of our products, whether it's 3M, whether it's Vertramo, whether it's Avery, whether it's the Avery Supreme Wrap, are all high performance, automotive grade, 2 mil cast material. Okay, that's top of the line material. We do not sell anything calendared. We do not sell any of the cheapy material that a lot are. Everything we do is high performance material. Okay, now going back to this is a wet install. Okay, as you can see, there's no honeycombs on it. The other reason I can tell is this liner is very smooth. There's no ridges to it. Whereas the Supreme Wrap, the liner on it has the little ridges. So you can run your finger across it and feel the ridges, okay? So if I'm going in and I don't know what the film is, I can always go and look at the liner and the material, and I can tell if this is going to be a wet install or a dry install. Granted, this is not a Camaro. We're going to show you what the deck lid stripe looks like. I just want to show the appearance of taking off this blue mask so you can see that this does not affect the material. So blue mask, you will have a wet install. It would be a wet install only. While showing this, I want to talk about one other major mistake that's made by a lot of people and they don't realize is if you get the paper side of this wet, if you get this wet, it'll tack onto the vinyl and it can destroy your kit. So never ever get the white part of this wet, okay? When you're going to take off the liner, take it away from where you have sprayed, okay? I'm not letting the vinyl touch itself. Once you get in place, and there are many other install videos on how to actually do this on the car. The blue mask is only used with a wet install. When there is a Supreme Wrap kit that must be installed dry, you will always see the tag on the box, and we will go over that here in a second. But as far as it goes, anytime you'd see a blue mask or a paper mask, normally those are always installed wet. So, all right, got this on there. Always go back over your work. Always make sure you read the instructions that are in the box. As you can see, there is nothing wrong with this kit. All of the stuff that was in that mask did not transfer through onto the kit. This kit is perfectly fine, ready to go. I'd clean this up and then you're set. Alright, one issue a lot of people have is they accidentally set their material in a wet spot, whether it's a soapy solution or gel or whatever supply you're using. It could even be the alcohol. If you get the liner wet, the paper side wet, it will tack to the vinyl and will destroy your kit. So say I've already done this, I've already got this wet, which I've done, okay, you can see what this has already done to the liner. So I'm going to peel this off, show it to you what this actually does. This is why you never get that liner wet. So there's one little piece that got on there. Now you can try getting that off with a solution as far as like your soap and water, but more than likely you're going to end up damaging the adhesive of this and the kit is done. So if we see this, you know that the install was done wrong from the beginning. If there's ever paper on there, it was done wrong from the beginning. Okay, you'll know it by their liner.